Well, hello guys and welcome back to Mr. G Physics. Here's Mr. G and this time we're going to be working with another question on organic chemistry. This one was question 6 done in the control test 1 in Northern Cape in 2024. The question say a grade 12 learners use 3 organic compounds, hexane, pentan 1-ol and butanoic acid to investigate the effect of intermolecular forces on the boiling point of the organic compounds. The results obtained are shown in the table below. And before we move on, we are going to identify the homology series of each of the compounds. We have hexane first of all, and hexane is an alkane. Hexane is an alkane. We have pentan 1-ol, which is an alcohol. And finally, we have butanoic acid, which is a carboxylic acid. Because we are speaking about intermolecular forces, it will also be convenient to write the type of intermolecular forces in each of these compounds. That is before we move on. Remember, alkanes will have Landon forces only. It only has Landon forces, which are the weakest intermolecular forces. Alcohols have hydrogen bond, but it can only form one side for hydrogen bond. And then the carboxylic acid is also going to have hydrogen bond. I'm going to write it down here. But will have 2 sides. So it have 2 sides for hydrogen bond. That is the difference between the carboxylic acid and the alcohol. So now we can move on. The question 6.1 says write down the name of the functional group of compound set. Remember, compound set is the carboxylic acid. So the name of the functional group is carboxyl. Guys, we spoke about this one in previous videos. You have to learn that one. It's not other way. Remember, carboxyl will be like carbon, double bond oxygen, single bond oxygen, hydrogen. That is the functional group, the structural formula of the functional group of the carboxyl. Okay, so moving on, question 6.2 say for this investigation, write down the dependent variable. What is going to depend? What we change? We change the compound. We change the strength of the intermolecular forces by changing the homology series. Okay, now what does depend on that one? Boiling point. So the dependent variable will be the boiling point. That is the dependent variable. Then they say which one control variable. What variable is constant? Remember, the control variable is the one that we keep constant. So which one is the one we keep constant? The molecular mass. You see, all the organic compounds have the same molecular mass. So far, so good. This question gives you the first 3 marks very easy. Boiling point of compound X is lower than that of compound Y. You can see it there. The boiling point of X is 69 and the boiling point of Y is 138. It's a big difference there. Explain this observation by referring to the type of intermolecular forces present in each of the compounds. We already spoke about that one in here. So we're going to just organize our ideas. Okay, so what would be the first thing you have to say? You'll have to say that compound X is an alkane with Landon forces. And compound Y is an alcohol with hydrogen bond. In here, important is compound X has Landon forces, compound Y has hydrogen bond. Okay? What is the second thing you have to say now? Then you have to say that hydrogen bond is stronger. Now you're comparing stronger intermolecular force. Hydrogen bond stronger than Landon forces. That is the other part here. And then you're supposed to say that more energy is needed, to break the intermolecular forces in compound Y than X, or the other way around. Less energy is needed to break the intermolecular forces in X than in Y. That is the third thing you actually have to say. And finally, you can conclude. We can conclude by saying the 4 higher boiling point in Y than X. Guys, that is the answer of 6.3. It's always going to be like that, and you always have to repeat the same steps. You first have to identify the type of intermolecular forces, then you have to compare, then you have to speak about the energy. Okay, so that is the steps here. Question 6.4, define the term vapor pressure. And vapor pressure is the pressure exerted by vapor at equilibrium with its liquids in a closed system. That is a definition that you have to memorize. It's about vapor pressure and it's a high probability of always being there. Question 6.5, which one of this compound Y or Z has the highest vapor pressure? And I'm only going to write higher vapor pressure means lower boiling point. So if we go back to the table, which one will have the between Y and Z, the higher vapor pressure between Y and Z, the one that have the lowest boiling point. So for question 6.5, the answer is Y. All right, the answer is it has a lower boiling point than Z. Guys, this is the answer for this question. I hope you understand. I hope it helped. If it helped, don't forget to subscribe so you can get all the notifications. Like the video, write comments, and then I'll see you next time. Mr. G here.